Hey everybody, welcome to Cara's Cucina. We're down at the Shore House. I'm Cara Di Falco, and on this channel, we encourage everyday people to live healthier by inspiring them to cook delicious food at home. Today, we are making one of my favorite types of pizza. We're gonna be making 3-cheese pesto pizza. Now, this pizza developed out of a need to use up some additional leftovers of things that we had around the house, in particular basil pesto. By the end of the summer, by this point in the summer, I have a ton of this stuff because the basil plant just keeps growing and growing. In order to use it all up and not let it go bad, I keep making containers of it, I freeze them, and then we have all these things. And sometimes, just the pasta gets a little bit old. So I wanted to come up with something different to use this for, or to use it up in. And then also, we have these amazing pizzerias around our house, and they come up with all these creative flavors of pizzas. I was kind of half mimicking something that I had seen some of them do, wanting to use up the extra basil, and I actually had some prosciutto left in the house that I wanted to use. So for this pizza, I have our dough. I'm using a square pan today because it's what I have available in this house. And you can use my pizza dough recipe, which I'll put in the card above or in the description below. Or you can buy dough from the grocery store. You can actually buy dough generally from a lot of your favorite pizzerias. So if there's somebody nearby that you really like their pizza, you can actually buy their dough as well and try making it at home. Same thing with the basil pesto. I'll put that recipe in the card above and in the description below for you as well. So you can get my recipe for that also. But I have my dough stretched out already. It's on our pan, a little bit of olive oil underneath just to prevent any sticking. And we're gonna start by getting our pesto on here first. I have my dough stretched over my edges because it keeps sliding in on me, and I want a nice crust because I love crust. Okay. So we're gonna get our basil pesto on here. You kind of don't want to put as much as you would if you were making a tomato sauce based pizza. So this really just goes in kind of like a nice thin layer across the bottom of the dough. Okay, now that we have that spread out, I can probably unhook this. It should be enough weight to hold everything in place. And at this point, we're gonna add our 3 cheeses. So I have fresh ricotta, fresh mozzarella, and a little bit of grated pecorino romano. And again, we're not gonna cover the pizza entirely so much as we're just gonna kind of dab things on there. So I'm just gonna put like little spoonfuls of the fresh ricotta. Okay, a little bit of that fresh mozzarella. Can just tear it into small pieces. Okay, and finally, we're just gonna kind of sprinkle that pecorino romano on top. You could use grated Parmesan here as well. And then, like I said, I just had some extra prosciutto when I initially came up with this that I wanted to use. So we're just gonna tear that into some small pieces as well. You only need about 3 or 4 slices. You can just kind of rip them up a little and lay them on top. Actually, this size pan, I might only need 2 slices. And it's great because the prosciutto gets real crispy in the oven. The cheese is melty and the basil's fresh. It's really good pizza. Okay, that looks good to me. This is gonna go in a 450-degree oven for 20 minutes. Keep an eye on your pizza. Once your crust is cooked through and your cheese is nice and melty, you are ready to go. Just cut it up and serve. Guys, as always, the recipe is gonna be available at caradifalco.com. You can follow me, Facebook and Instagram at Cara Di Falco. That is it for this week in the Cucina. Buon appetito.